Hello, 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 it is Footspud, and welcome to episode 3 of Road to Redbull. Thank you for the support again on episode 2, I really appreciate it. This will probably be going out on Saturday. We are going to be doing the Vietnam Grand Prix and the Chinese Grand Prix, and hopefully we can get points in the Chinese Grand Prix, but I know it's going to be tough in the Vietnam Grand Prix. If you are new, please drop a subscribe on the channel, and if you don't follow us over on Twitch, I'll put the link in the description. We stream 5 to 6 days a week. Now let's get into Q1 of episode 3 and I hope you enjoy it. Let's get some results. So we are about to start our first fast lap around Vietnam in the AlphaTauri. Will it be good enough to get into Q2? This first corner in my opinion is quite a tough corner to handle. And I think we do go a bit too wide there. But we are just going to use this as a banker. We will use an extra set of softs to try and get into Q2. Because just getting into Q2 is the aim. We take Sector 1 quite poorly. As we are in the DRS. Just maximise speed here. I'd say that was we did this quite well. There we go. Again, we are going down a straight with DRS. Again, Vietnam is a track that I'm not a huge fan of, as we do go very wide there. We also have a huge snap of oversteer on the curb. We knew this lap was not going to be very good, but we were just going to set it rather than go into the pits. Just see if we can improve on our time. To be fair, I think we did alright at Sector 3 until we got to that bit. Then we had to go a lot slower than we wanted. So we knew that this time alone wouldn't be good enough to get into Q2, sorry. Let's see that Vettel does put the fastest time in the Ferrari. In DRS, and it is a 1:36.2. So we decided to go out again because we were in P13, and we're doing quite well here. We're up now, just under a tenth. I quickly paused it. I don't know why I did that, but we gained a lot of time there because we hadn't gained that time because, as you saw earlier, we did go very wide. Take the last couple of turns alright. But then it's looking good as we get across the line. It is a 1:36.1 and that is enough just to get into Q2. Look at the Hasses and the AlphaTauris. Me and Pierre just getting in, so does Roman. Great lap. Great to see you in Q2. So we only have one lap in Q2. We couldn't really make any mistakes. We go a bit wide there. Use the curb for support. We knew that Q3 is virtually impossible unless the car keeps getting it. I am upgrading the car, obviously with the points we get, but it's still at the moment underdeveloped severely. We do alright around Sector 3 to be honest, but we can't get in the 1:34s, so we knew that Q3 is virtually impossible. We just wanted to set a good enough time, and we do hit the wall at the end. It is a 1:35.6, which is actually quite a good time for the car we're in, but as you will see, is it enough to get into Q3? No. P13 though, not too bad. As you can see, we were 6/10 quicker than our teammate. Now, in the race, I don't expect to get points here, because it is on a hard difficulty, but I hope you enjoyed the race. Let's get into it, and let's get some points, hopefully. So the red lights are showing, they are visible. It's time for the Vietnam Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. And look at that get-go we get. It's carnage. We managed to get past Stroll and Ricardo. We brake very late. We get the moves done. We are into P8. What a start. Now, Gasly pitted on lap 1. He also got wing damage near the back. It's awful to see. The good thing about AI, regardless of difficulty, we always get a better start. As Sainz goes for a stupid dive bomb there. In my opinion, that's stupid from Sainz. I'm glad we got the position. We have no pace whatsoever, and here comes Lance Stroll. He has DRS as well. I'm really struggling. And here comes Ricciardo as well. Everything's just going wrong. We managed to get past Ricciardo still. We managed to keep that position, but we're down into P10. We're scraping a point. And we've got a huge snap of oversteer there. We have really bad wing damage, as you can see. We can't turn. We hit a wall last lap and we didn't pit, and it's just getting worse. Look at that. We needed just to get this lap done, go to the pit to put some hard tyres on. So we have to just brake a lot easier like that. But then I make a huge mistake. I didn't think this would happen. The wheel goes. That's another retirement. Honestly, it's every time now. So Hamilton wins. Also, we have got a little update. We are now going to be doing a 25% race, just because they're quicker. So we are at China. I really want some points here in China. I want to get into Q2 easily. And I think it's doable as well. So we just went for the flying lap rather than go out and go all the way around. I just think it's just easier to do, especially because I don't have loads of time at the moment, especially that the summer's coming. I'm struggling to get as much time for these videos already. And here we go then, our first lap of China. The first corner is always a tough one. In my opinion, it's quite a tough one. This corner as well, I'm not a fan of. We do go a little bit wider than I wanted to, but you know, we should get into Q2 quite easily. But we go horrendously wide there. Come on. Look at how beautiful the car's looking as well. It looked like it was going to rain, but obviously it is on dynamic. I don't know if you knew that. The career mode is on dynamic. We just haven't had any rain yet. Which is quite bizarre, to be honest, because this is the 4th track. Perez there with a fastest lap. Now we're hoping that we're not going to need a banker. Not a banker. We're hoping this isn't going to be a banker. We were hoping this was going to be quick enough. I was really happy with this time, I can't lie. Now I love this last corner because I used to play a lot of MotoGP. So this corner on a motorbike, that corner on a motorbike is awful. Obviously it's so much better in a Formula 1 car because you've got way more control, and it is a 131.4, which is provisional pole. We are going to return to the garage, and instead of going, we normally do 2 sets of softs in Q1, but looking at that time, we're ahead of a lot of people, so we're just going to skip it. There was literally no point of me actually finishing this, doing another lap. Yeah, P11 at the moment. Obviously, everyone's going to come back out. It's a risk because if we didn't get into Q2 on the track like this, I'd be a bit disappointed because this is one of the tracks that I really want points on. And as you can see, a simple P11. We were very, very far in there. We were 6/10 clear of Grosjean. Now let's get into Q2. Can we potentially push for Q3? So this is the first lap. It's not been good. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're just gonna watch the rest of it. I mean, we even take that turn a bit wider than I wanted to. I mean, it was okay, but just in general, I took that last corner horrendously, actually, there. It's a 131.3, which was a good lap. But here comes our second lap. This is the important one. We're currently P11. We're just in the green at the moment. We couldn't make any mistakes from now. Look at the time, it's going up a lot. We're a tenth and a half up. We're 2/10 up. We're just under 2/10 up going into the last part. Now, we took the last part quite poorly last time. If we perfected this, the time's going to fly. And look at it. Look, it's flying. It's half a second. It's 6/10. We are 6/10 quicker. We have a really good chance here of getting into Q3, sorry. Qualifying's complete. Leclerc has a 131.099. We are way quicker than that. Here we go. Stroll with a 131.044. We're quicker than that. And there we go, boys. What a lap that was. Holy moly. It's a P10. We are into Q3 in the AlphaTauri, which is the 4th worst car on the grid on 105% AI. What a lap that was. That is incredible. That's my best qualifying session. We were literally so close to Bottas on the mediums. Now, we only had one shot basically in Q3 because we had to use 2 sets of tyres in there, and I'm not going on the mediums. We need them for the race because we're going to do a soft medium on a 25% China race. Hamilton with a 129.7. The car I'm in just isn't good enough for a 129. If I was in the Mercedes, I'd be in the 129s easily, I reckon. We take that really wide. For our only lap, we needed it to be strong. And we're about to go across the line. And it's going to be a 130.9, which is, you know, it's alright. It's an okay lap, but it puts us in P7. I can't believe it. We are P7 for the race. We beat Esteban Ocon, we beat Carlos Sainz, we beat Lando Norris. We beat them by a few tenths as well. I'm really, really happy with that. We have got a great position for points now. I expect points. Before the race started, I really, really, really needed to get some points here because we've had 2 DNFs out of the first 3 races. Now, it is an awful track, Vietnam, but I shouldn't have DNF'd in Australia. Here we go with the race. I really hope you enjoy this. Now, let's get into it. Will we get points? The lights go red. Come on. And it's lights out and away we go. Here we go. What a start. Look at us. We're flying. We bump Ricciardo a tiny bit because Perez didn't give us enough room. We go in the middle of Perez and Ricciardo. We are in P5. Now going into the end of the 3rd lap, we are still P5. You can see Vettel and Albon have flown. And here comes Ricciardo on the inside. I'm going to take the outside. Perez is there as well. We keep the position. And again, look at the top 4 have flown past us. We managed to keep the position. We are pitting this lap. We are going to put on the mediums. As you can see, Albon, Vettel, Hamilton have all pitted. Verstappen hasn't pitted, obviously, because they don't want a double stack. We don't want to get a penalty here. We have to be very careful. As you see, we do comfortably get inside the speed limit in the pit lane. Otherwise, we'd be getting a nasty 5-second penalty on our hands. Now, I was really worried about this stop either getting blocked up or Ricciardo coming out in front of us. But we're fine. We managed to keep hold of the position. We are net P5. Now we need to get the undercut off. Here we go. Vettel and Albon are still flying away from us. We expected it. We have Pierre in the pits. Ricciardo tries it on the inside. We go around the outside of him. And we get the move done again. Honestly, that last corner is so good. We're doing so well on it. Now we expect to go past this huge bunch of people. But as you can see, Valtteri Bottas, who started P11, has had an absolute stormer of a first stint. And he almost comes out in front of me. We managed to get past him. He is going to hold up Ricciardo as he's just got out on fresh rubber. And this is really good because Ricciardo was on our tail all race. And Bottas gets past us. I don't actually know what's happened to Ricciardo. Like, I haven't seen him since him and Bottas were close. It's weird. I don't know if they hit each other off or something. As you can see though, we are on lap 9. Lando Norris is out of the session and we get our first VSC of the series. And yeah, Perez was flying as well. I really wanted to hold on to P6. We go around the outside, we get the position. And a bit like Ricciardo, Perez was with Sainz, and I don't know if they tangled or not, but Perez is further down as well. It's dirty driving here from everyone. Me and Sainz go wheel to wheel. That was probably a little dirty on my end. That dive bomb is a common one. And we take P6. Honestly, what a drive that was. I'm so happy. That was our best finish in F1. We did get P8 in Bahrain. We get a P6 today. It was a really tough one. We had to have so many defensive battles with Perez, with Bottas, with Sainz, with Ricciardo. But we managed to get a decent result in the end. I'm really happy with that. And I really enjoyed that race. I really did enjoy it. It was good fun. It was honestly so fun. Lewis Hamilton wins again. Congrats to Lewis. Sir Lewis, the best to ever do it. Alex Albon in P2 though. We love to see it, boys. We love to see it. So, let's have a look at the driver's standings. P6. Pierre in P14. He did have a gearbox change. So, we are up to 8th in the drivers and 6th in the constructors with them 8 points. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll see you later next time.